Good morning, student. This video I have made because some of you faced a problem over there in the class 1 online session. So whatever I have taught over there, I am going to do all of that in this video. So first of all, I introduce with the various components of Scratch window. I told that this is the menu bar. These are the different codes with which we have to code our project. In this motion is the first one where you give the motion or movement to your sprite or actor. You can move, you can turn, can go to a particular position or a random position. Everything is there. That is already with the movement. Similarly, looks. If you want to say something, if you want to your actor to say something, then you can use these say and think, then switch costume to or next costume. Now, what do you mean by costume? For example, this sprite has two costume. How you'll get to know about it? Just click on costume tab and look at this sprites two pictures has got two pictures. So if I click on the just observe this area, when I keep on clicking on them, it seems as if this cat is running. So this gives the illusion, these two pictures with a small modification in the body parts of legs and hands give the illusion that this cat is running. So this is how we animate a character. We just make the small changes in the body parts, or the whole body moves from one place to another, but in a very slow position, slow way. So it gives the illusion of animation. So this you all can do in looks. Sounds, if you want to insert sound to your project, to your code, you can use this tab. Similarly, events. Now what are events? Events means when something happens. So when you, for example, in terms of programming or code, or over here in computer language, what do you mean by event? Event means when you click mouse, when you press a key of your keyboard, or when, for example, when you receive a message, what you do. Okay, so these all are events. And then we have control, means how do you want to control your program. Suppose you want something to repeat for a certain number of time, or you want a code to go forever whenever you click on this green flag, or if you want to test a condition that if this happens then what's next, and if this doesn't happen, what are you planning to do. So it all comes under control. Then sensing, which is the interesting part, where you sense object, where you sense color, which is the basics of artificial intelligence. So you are learning artificial intelligence concept, which is there on internet, which everybody is using these days. And sorry, so they everybody is using artificial intelligence concept, or they are presenting it before you as if, and they are giving you an offer, okay, you are going to learn artificial intelligence, but this is something which is not new to you, you already have used. It is like when you touch a color, what you do, when you, if you are interacting with, or if you're touching an object, what is the next step you are going to do. So in a game, for example, if you touch an enemy, or if an enemy stomp on you, then you decrease the point, and if you take some power, then you increase the points. This is how all the sensing and touching goes on in artificial intelligence, which are the basics of this. Next we have operators. Operators, these plus, minus, multiplication, division, these are known as the arithmetic operators, which works on numbers. Then pick random, we are going to use this lot in our next classes. Pick random means over here we have taken, for example, 1 to 10 means any number between 1 to 10. I can take any number, I can pick any number between 1 to 10. Then these are the comparing operators, where I am comparing a value. For example, in a game, if I score more than 10, then I win the game. So I'll put score here and then greater than 10. I'll change this value to 10, and then so that I can come to know that okay, this is the criteria. If I score more than 10, I won the game. So you are going to use this. Okay. Next we have variable. Now variable are also you're going to create and use. For example, I just took this score, which is already a variable which you can make using this. So type score, or you want to give any other name, you can give so. Okay, so we all are going to use these. Then costume we have learned. Sounds, when we insert sound we are going to use this. Now next is sprite. I have different categories of the sprites over here. I can choose any of them. If I click on animals, only animals will appear. Similarly people and so on. I can search for a particular sprite also. Okay, by default right now whenever I start a new project, every time you'll find this scratch, this cat, not scratch. Next we have backdrop. Backdrops are the background pictures which are there on the stage. If I choose this will become my background. By default I have blank white background, or I can also create my own backdrop. For example, if I want to draw a tree over here, I can draw the tree with the help of brush. I'm drawing, let me change the color. Over here, just go and change the color. Okay, and then with the help of this bucket, I will fill the color. Next again, take the brush, change the color. Okay, and take the bucket, and this is how you can add uh, a backdrop on your own. Similarly, you can also create a sprite using the paintbrush. See, suppose I am making a smiley. So change the color first. Okay, and again change the color for making eyes. So this is how you can create your own sprite. And if you want to reduce the size because it's too large, just click on this select arrow, select your sprite using the mouse, and then decrease the size. This is how you can do it. Okay, and if you want to delete this sprite, you can do so. You want to delete this backdrop, go to backdrop and delete. And this white background also, if you want to delete, just click on the delete button. This is how you delete the backdrop. And if you want to delete the sprite, just click and delete. This is how you do that. Now next we are going to learn how we can move a character or a sprite in all four directions. So for that I'll taking new file. Now before we start, in all four direction I want to show you something. See, I have these values. Now this is the center. Let me change the color. This is the center, and the values over here for x and y axis are 0 0. Now what is x axis? For you, for in a simple language, it is the horizontal line, and the vertical line is y axis. Now if I want to go from center to the right side, the maximum I can go is 240, and if I am moving from center to the left side, then the maximum could be minus 240. The values goes negative when you move to the left side, and when you move to the right side they are positive. Similarly, when you from the center, when you move up, the values are positive and the maximum value can be 180. And when you move down vertically, the values goes negative and maximum can be minus 180. Now this is something different. This is angles. Suppose you want to turn your sprite on the right hand side, then angle is going to be 90. If you want your sprite to move to the left side, then it is going to be minus 90. If the sprite is moving up, the angle is going to be 0 degree. And if it is moving down vertically, then it is going to be minus 180. So this is what you have to note down and learn. Now let's move to Scratch. Now I want this cat to just get smaller in size, so I'm going to reduce it by 50%. Okay, right? And now I want that whenever I start my game or whenever I click this flag, this cat should be here. So see, earlier it was here. See the position or x and y coordinates, -14, -19. Now when I move my cat here, these x and y coordinates has changed. So right now the current position of this cat is this. Now whenever I click on this flag, so which is an event, so click and drag here, and you want that every time when I click on this flag, this code, whatever you are coding, should go forever. So you take forever from control. And now what do you want? The next thing you want is that when you press the arrow keys of your keyboard, this character should move accordingly. So if you press the right key, you want your character to move to the right direction. So if condition is here, you'll drag and drop here. Now right key you will put in this box, condition box. So it has to sense, again it has to sense the right key. So it is in sensing. Now see, this is the one which we need. Now instead of space, we have to change this. So click on this small triangle and choose right arrow key. So if the right arrow key is pressed, what is the angle to the right? 90 degree. So angle has to be 90. So go to motion and point in direction 90 degree and then move 10 steps. Okay, so this is what it will do when we press the right arrow key. So let's test. I'm pressing the right arrow key and it is moving to the right side. Now I'm pressing the left key but nothing happens because I have not coded it. I have not written any code for the left arrow key. So instead of dragging again and again, what I can do, I can just right click and duplicate and then place it. Now change it to the left. What is the angle for the left? -90. Change it to -90. You can also do like this or you can simply type it. Now I'm pressing the left arrow key, it is moving to the left. Now you have seen that if I press left, it turns. And if you don't want it to move upside down, what you will do, set rotation style left and right. So see, okay, so this is how you can fix this problem. After that I'm going to duplicate because I'm left with the up and down arrow key. So if I press up key, what is the angle? The angle is 0 degree. So I'm going to type this time. I'm typing 0 from my keyboard. And then what is left? Down. So when down arrow key is pressed, this angle is going to be 180, right? Yes. Or you just see this way, 180. Let's test. Right now I am pressing my right arrow key, is moving right, up, down, left. Okay, so this is working. Now we will create a maze game. Let me drag it here. Or just keep it. Let me keep it here. First I'll choose a backdrop. I'll take this one and go to backdrop. Click on backdrop. Go over here and this is the blank one which I don't need. So you just delete it. Now over here I'll make some blocks through which this cat is going to move. Let me change the color first. Increase the width. Select them first. Increase the width like this and draw one more. This one, drag it like this and click